Now let's set up our lab. To be able to set up the lab, we need to install a virtual machine. The virtual machine name is OWASP Broken Web App. This has many websites. Some of them are infected with SQL injection and some of them are not. And your responsibility or your task, we're gonna do one together, but also you're gonna have to practice on the remaining web application. So let me show you how to set up a lab in a very easy way actually. So Google and go to OWASP Broken Web App. And you can type here download. And then you go to OWASP website. You can download it from here as well, except here they have more option into OWASP website. OWASP Broken Web App. And as you can see, this is some information about OWASP. You go to the download here, download latest release. And they have different version. I mean, they have the ones that can work on VirtualBox, one can work on virtual machine. I prefer that you use the virtual machine one. So we're gonna open the first one, 1.2 version. And inside this folder, you're gonna find different OWASP. This is just an ISO image. And as you can see, if you check the first one, for instance, this has the extension of OVA, which is a VirtualBox, which we are not looking for a VirtualBox unless you have VirtualBox. But I prefer to do like myself and have the same lab, so you'll be following and no problem can be showing. So you should choose the zip file. This is the VM or the virtual machine. So click on this one and it will start the download process. It's around, I believe, 2 GB or 1.6, something like that. This is the file. It's 2.2 GB, but actually since I already downloaded, so the file I already downloaded here. So assume that you did download the file, and in my case, I downloaded the file, and here you go. This is the file that has been downloaded. The second step, you're gonna right click on it and you're gonna extract the file. So you click on and extract the file on the same location. Just make sure if you save the file on the C drive that you have enough space on C. And I usually prefer that you don't save anything on C, save it on D or E on external hard drive, But since if I click on OK, you're gonna see that I already have the folder extracted, so I'm gonna cancel the process. Once the folder have been extracted, it will be saved on the disk here. OWASP, here you go. OWASP. Yeah, here you go. And if you open the file, you're gonna find many files, including a virtual machine. Now, the next step that you need to do is to open the VMware player. Here you go, open the VMware player. And go to the home tab and choose open a virtual machine, not create, open a virtual machine. Open a virtual machine, and then you go to the location of OWASP. So you go to the location of the OWASP folder, and you're gonna find the file here, OWASP Web App. You click on it, and you click Open, and the OWASP will show here. So you right click on it, and you click Power On. This is how you set up your lab. So I already, let me shut down the OWASP to show you from the beginning. Shut down guest. Now, OWASP has a default username and password. Okay, so please write them down. So as I told you, once it open, it will show here. You click on play virtual machine, and you're gonna see that it will request a username and password. By the way, the first time you run OWASP in a virtual machine, it will ask you, would you like to, did you copy it or move it? It doesn't matter, choose copy it or move it, is the same. This is only when you've opened the virtual machine from the first time here. And if you have any problem downloading the virtual machine, let me know. I'll send you a Dropbox link to download it. So it start the OWASP. And once it start, it requests username and password. The username is root, and the password, let me show it to you, is OWASP broken app, broken web app. Just the initial from each word. So let me show it to you. So the password, I think should be here. Username and password. Here you go. It's OWASP broken web application. This is the password. You better write it down, and you can change it later on, not a problem, but this is the default password. So the username is the root, while this one will be OWASP broken web app. And that's it. Once you log in, nothing need to be done. On root again. Sorry. Root. Enter. OWASP broken web app. Okay. So he logged in. You don't need to start a graphical interface. You don't need nothing. All you need to have is the IP of this computer. So you type ifconfig, and you get the IP. The IP here is 192.168.163.145. This will be your website that you're gonna test. So going to our Kali Linux machine, then you're gonna keep this one running and nothing else you need to do with it. Now you have a web server that have many web applications. Some of them are infected, some of them are not. Now going back to our Kali Linux machine, and let's see if the web application is up and running or not. So I'll close everything to start from the beginning. Sorry, I was just testing everything. So this is the Kali Linux machine, the hacker machine. Open your browser and type the IP that for the OWASP. So here you go. You're gonna type 192.168.163.145, and it will open the OWASP broken web app. Each one of those is a website that has a web application, which you can test. I mean, in our case, you're gonna take this one, OWASP break. This is a website that has a database. It has a login. If you go here to login page, you know, you have different user to login. It has a home page, and this will be our objective. Okay, but we're going to do everything to this specific website, and this is the URL for this website. Okay, for yourself, once you test it and you're comfortable, you can try other website. Try this one, try that one. But, you know, get practice. Not all of them are infected, or they are infected with different kind of problems. Some of them with SQL injection, some of them with LFI or RFI, some of them. But you can practice the SQL injection and see if you get used to it or not. So let's open our website, and this will be our target now. We have a website, and we need to know if this website has a SQL injection or not. And if so, can we dump all the information? Can we get a valid username and password that will allow us to log into the page? Let's see how to do this.